Hello, my Get What You Want group. I am so, whoops, let me grab my coffee here. I am so glad to see you. It has been a while. We've had, oh my gosh, we've had just like sub-freezing weather here. People's pipes have been freezing and all kinds of stuff that has been going on. And I hope things are okay for you where you're at. I know, Texas is still having a hard time for those of you that are down there. I feel for you, but anyway, I am so glad that the sun is out today, and I welcome any of you who are here with me today. So, really briefly, I wanted to pop in and talk to you about the the universal laws. Universal laws. It's something that I started studying about a year ago, and the power of universal laws. It's one of those things I really wish they taught kids in school. You get a little bit of it, but they don't ever go directly into. And I think universal laws, and if people were taught how to harness them and how to tap into them, I think our world would be so different, especially now that I know more about what universal laws are and how they work. So, anyway, there are 12 of them, and we can't go into them all now. This that would be an all-day project, but I wanted to talk about specifically the law of vibration. The law of vibration. And the law of vibration, the first time, you know, I'm not really a metaphysics, quantum physics, science kind of girl. I love science, but that is beyond my norm of my knowledge base. So it took me a while to really dig in and understand some of this. And I still can't say I understand it all, but I think I understand it enough to share this with you. The law of vibration is about how everything operates on a frequency, and everything has an energy vibration. Everything operates at different vibrations. And even though, we have a physical form, that is a kind of vibration, right? There are all different kinds of energies, and our vibration is putting us in this physical form right now. And we can go into all that behind that, but I just want to get to the point that we can use the law of vibration to make sure that we are in alignment. So I don't know if you've heard that term alignment. I never really understood what people were talking about when they were talking about alignment. And alignment is when you want all those frequencies and those energies to be aligned. And here are the three things you need to be aligned, to be in vibration of whatever it is that you want. You need to align your thoughts, your beliefs, your feelings, and your actions. All of those have to be aligned. So that means that whatever it is you're going for and that whatever you want, you have to be in the alignment with the feeling of having that. You can't just think about it. Those thoughts have to align with your feelings. And then you have to be able to act in alignment with those feelings and thoughts. So if you are not having the results that you want, or you don't have what you want in your life right now, then that just means that you haven't aligned all those energies together. That means that maybe what you want in your thoughts isn't aligned in your belief and your emotions. Meaning, maybe you really, let's say, you really want that new car, or you need a new car, or you really want to move and buy a new house. Well, if you have all of those thoughts going on in your head, but underneath you're thinking, oh, yeah, but I don't know if I can do that right now. Oh, I can't afford that. All of those thoughts and beliefs and emotions that are tied with those are counteracting. They're fighting against the thoughts of, yeah, I want a 1,200 square foot house and whatever it is you want. You have to start making sure that all of those aligned. So I want to give you like 4 different ways to help you get that alignment. First of all, you want to feel good. bottom line, you want to do what makes you feel good. When you are in the energy of feeling good, that's going to help you get whatever you want. And that is such an easy concept to forget because so often we're preoccupied with what we don't want. It's kind of a natural human instinct. We're wired for caution and survival and to always be aware of what can hurt us and what we're in danger of. So naturally we kind of have to fight against that wiring. Hey Hillary, good morning. Good to see you. We have to fight against our natural wiring to be able to stay in that feel good vibration. And that feel good vibration is going to help start attracting. Then we start tapping into that law of attraction where we start attracting more good and more positive energy. So they're so all integral and linked and connected that you can't just function on one level. You can't just use one universal law. If you're tapping into one, they're all going to be they're all in action all the time, right? So if you are tapping into that good energy, that good vibration, then that law of attraction, which works all the time, it's not just when you feel good. When you don't feel good, the law of attraction is working for you too. So when you're in that negative vibration energy, you're attracting more like negative energy. And whatever it is we're focusing on is what we're attracting. So even if we're just focusing on what um, we don't want to be late. If you focus on not being late, there are going to be more things that are going to happen that are probably going to make you late. Then if you flip it and focus on, I want to be on time. I'm going to be on time. Always try to think of whatever it is you want from the positive, right? Because we want to go from what makes us feel good. Because when we feel good, we are on the right vibration. That's the vibration that we want to attract. That's the energy that we want to attract. So here are 4 things right now that I just briefly thought of. There are so many more. You guys can probably give me way more input on this. So if you have any of these ideas, please post them in the comments. I would love to hear them. But right now, I'll just give you 4. So the first one is gratitude. And you hear me talk about this all the time. If you've hung out with me at all, gratitude is automatically going to put you in that feel good vibration. It chemically changes us. It even changes the way when you map our brain, when we're in a place of gratitude, everything that fires in our brain is the positive, the dopamine, the serotonin, like all those transmitters are what's firing in our brain. So anytime you can go to a place of gratitude, that's going to be a huge, powerful thing for you. And that could be in the morning when you first get up, and maybe just when you're frustrated throughout the day. If you're just having a really rough day, take a couple minutes, take some breaths, close your eyes, take a couple of deep breaths, and try to go to a place of gratitude. And what do I mean by that? Gratitude doesn't have to be huge. So I've worked with clients before, and in that context of gratitude, they really struggle because they are judging themselves for what they think they should be grateful for. And that's really not what gratitude is all about. It doesn't have to be a big thing all the time. Sometimes we're in a really tough place, and all we can be grateful for is the fact that our car started this morning. That's okay. You can be grateful for the littlest, smallest things. It doesn't have to be the great big, I'm so grateful for my $1 million vacation home. Well, yeah, you want to be grateful for it, but that's not where we all abide. That's not where we all live. You can find something to be grateful for no matter where you're at in your life. And that is the challenge, to stay in that space, right? Even when there are things that aren't going so well. So gratitude, number 1. Number 2, right now, this is really timely. I thought sunlight. Sunlight is one of those things that it has so many things that nurture us and feed our souls that we're kind of unaware of. And this time of year, depending on where you're at, you may be without a lot of sunshine, but if you can get out there, do it, right? That vitamin D, all of those things that ultraviolet provides in your body, once again, it's a chemical process that you're setting yourself up for. So if you can expose yourselves to some sunlight, especially at this time of year, that's going to help bring that good energy and make you feel good. And number three, laughing. There are all those old phrases, laughter is the best medicine. Well, that's scientifically true. That's not just a old wives' tale. So many of those sayings, when you go back and you realize they probably didn't know that they were tapping into science when they had those, but they were. They're so accurate. Healing happens with laughter. There have been cases where people who have, you know, they've been able to heal cancer alternatively without, all the current modern medicine. I am not recommending that by any means. I am saying that it has happened before with no explanation for the medical doctors who have observed it in their clients and their patients have no explanation for why it happened. And the power of the mind is so phenomenal. That is part of it, right? Healing, laughter is healing. And there's a lot more to that. That's a whole nother day's worth or a week's worth of content. We're not going to go there, but if you can watch some funny movies, or I know everybody makes fun of people for watching the silly animal videos, right? The silly cat videos. I think it's the best thing for you. If you can get on there and you can watch something on Facebook or on social media that makes you laugh, do it. Do it. I'm not saying spend all day doing it, but pop in there a couple times a day. Make sure you don't let it be a time suck, and don't let it take up 30 minutes of your hour, but pop in there. Animals are so funny. Just whatever fills your soul and ever makes you laugh. There was one recently of when there was snow. I can't remember which zoo it was in, but the pandas were just sliding down in the snow, rolling around, just having a party in the snow. It just, makes you happy. So find that happiness when you can. And then the other one is connection. So the last one I want to talk about that will help you get in that good vibration of energy is connection. And, with COVID this whole last year, that has been a really hard thing for people to feel and to have right now, especially if you didn't already have a lot of that going on in your life before, whether you don't live in a place where you have a lot of community around you, or you just are in a situation like your health with COVID, you have to isolate even more than you would normally. Those kinds of things can really affect our energy levels. So find a way to have that connection. If it's just getting on the phone, maybe you're not a phone talker. Maybe you don't like talking on the phone that much. But you know what? It may be worth it to get on that phone and make some connections that a friend you haven't talked to in a long time, a family member, you could check on a family member, and maybe it's you're getting energy by giving. So maybe you're checking on someone that that they don't have a lot of outside connection and they need that, right? So those are just the four things I wanted to talk about. Get in that good energy, do what makes you feel good, reduce some of that cortisol, because man, we can all, oh, this time of year, it seems like that happens. But use that law of vibration to work for you, and to be helpful, and use that combined with that law of attraction. Get in the right energy so that that law of attraction is working for you in the best way possible. All right, that is it for Monday Morning Mindset. Thank you guys for joining me. And like I said, we have changed it to 10 a.m. on Mondays. I was 11 a.m., but I'm going to be working with a coaching group at 11. So we bumped Monday Morning Mindsets to 10 a.m. on Monday. I will be here every week with you, providing some free content. And I will have another challenge and boot camp coming up. No worries, Hillary. Thanks for coming in. I'm so glad you dropped in. Hey, Nicole. So, yeah, if you can come in every Monday morning, I'll always have free content for you. And then, like I said, be watching. I will be having another boot camp challenge coming up. It will be a 3-day challenge. It will not be the big 5-day program. We're going to consolidate some information. It'll be different content. So I'll be presenting that probably, I want to say the middle of March. I haven't had a set date yet, but as soon as I do, be watching for that. I'll be posting that in the group, making sure you guys have the workbook and all the content for that. All right, I'll see you next week. Have a great week, you guys.